Well, it's January 2nd, and you know what that means. It means it's the second day of the Three Rivers Challenge, the Pantry Challenge. I have 4 of the grandchildren here today. This is the first day they've been back since they've been on holiday, for Christmas and New Year's with their parents. A few of them go back to school tomorrow, so it's been a little hectic for me here today. It takes a little while after they hadn't been at Grammy's for a while for them to get back in the hang of being here. But I am going to share with you what I'm fixing out of my pantry. Donald's coming home. My husband's coming home tonight, so I'm just going to make spaghetti, and it'll be an easy night. And we'll be using ragu since that's what he grew up with and that's what he likes. Now, I make a mean killer homemade spaghetti sauce, but he wants consistency and flavor. So he prefers the ragu already made tomato, garlic, and onion sauce. And so that's what I'll be fixing for him tonight. The grandkids may or may not eat it. I don't know. If they don't, they can have something simple and then they can eat when they get home. I've got this country ham that we both got in our fruit basket, and we were going to fry up some of that. So I'm going to fry up some of that and probably just toast some garlic bread, and that'll be what we have tonight. Normally I'd add a salad to it, but that seems a little heavy. I think just this amount right here will be fine for supper tonight. I'm going to get ready to make a cup of tea. Got the citrus pulled out that I sliced up to go in that. I've had to feed the animals today, and I've had my hands full. So my video is a little bit later than I'd like it to be. Now I've got something that I usually do that just saves me some money sometimes, and I thought that I would share with y'all what I do. Now this detergent, I really like it. I did a little review on detergents early in my YouTube videos, and I compared dish detergents, and this is one that I like the best. This is sold at Walmart, and it's a knockoff from Dawn. You can see on the bottom it says compare to Dawn, and it's good. It's a good detergent, but I've been buying this because you can get this at Sam's for like $7, and it's a whole gallon. In fact, it may be a little over a gallon. Let's see. No, it's 1 gallon. So I'll buy this sometimes for $7. It's commercial grade, and it's a very good detergent. You know, I don't have a dishwasher, so I am washing dishes here by hand a lot. And I get these, I just save these from the detergent that I use. And then I'm going to fill up 2 of these and have them on the pantry ready to go when I need them. I think the tea that I'm going to have in a minute is I'll probably have nettle tea. Maybe with a clove or 2 in it. Now, I've bought this dish detergent for years. You know, I raised 3 children, and I washed a lot of dishes, made a lot of home-cooked meals. And this detergent would sometimes just really help out on the budget. If you don't wash dishes by hand, then you probably don't realize how much you can go through in the space of time. Now I'll top these off, and I've got 2 full containers of dish soap here. I'll just rinse these off so they'll be ready to go when I need them. And then I've probably got enough in here to fill at least one more, maybe one and then some of these up. So these are normally about $3 a piece. And it's like getting two, and it's like buying two and getting one and then some free when you buy this gallon for $7. It's a little more of a savings, and it adds up for me whenever I'm in a pinch. And I like it just as good as I like this one. So I've got that ready to go. I'm going to put those in my cleaning cabinet, and they'll be ready when I need them. I don't know if you can, maybe if I clip this off, you can see how much is left in here. Maybe that's a tip of something that you would like to try. You can see how much is left in. It's quite a bit. It's at least another whole bottle. That's just a little tip if you want to save a little bit of money when it comes to dishwashing liquid in the future. That's just a little tip that I wanted to share with you that helps me out. It helps my money go a little further in that department, so I thought I'd share it with you. Now I'm boiling the water here, getting the water, bringing it to a boil, and I've got this ragu right here, and the spaghetti that I get at Sam's. It's a 1 pound pack that I'm going to make tonight. And then I've got this ham. I'll fry it up after I get the spaghetti made. And I've got the tea kettle turned on because I'm going to make some nettle tea here. I came in from feeding the animals and it's a little chilly out there. I added a few little orange slices into my tea here. I'm going to add a clove or two. Maybe just one clove. Cloves smell really good. I went ahead and bought a backup of cloves, a refill to go in the spice cabinet. Sorry about that. Because that's something I wanted to make sure I had plenty of. I drink it in tea and I use it in a lot of dishes that I make. And I got them while they were on sale. Add some salt to this boiling water. It's not a real fancy dinner tonight, but there are some good dishes that I can make. I've got plenty in my pantry. I've got the refrigerator. Hey, I got this one here. I've got a refrigerator downstairs that I put the extra milk and things like that in. We've got a freezer out back and then a freezer downstairs. And the freezer here on the refrigerator. I have a small pantry and I have a larger pantry downstairs. So I have plenty of food that's packed up. There's plenty here to get us through at least 2 months for sure. And I can make a lot of different dishes. Usually when Donald works out of town, he's coming home more lately because he's finishing up jobs. But if he is ever out of town, then our dinners are usually more simple because, you know, I can just eat macaroni or spaghetti and a home canned tomatoes poured over them, and that's good enough for me. But he likes certain things, so it's a little more entailed to make sure I have something that he likes. The grandkids like spaghetti. Most of them, there's a couple of them that like a different sauce. I've got one granddaughter that likes white sauce and one grandson that just wants his noodles plain. And so that's how that goes. But if they don't eat here, they'll go straight home and eat. So it's no big deal. It's not like I have to be sure and have dinner cooked. That's not expected. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put these noodles in. Go ahead and get the spaghetti noodles put in, and what I do is I just go ahead and cook the spaghetti And then I drain the spaghetti noodles after they've cooked, and then I'll put them back in the same pot, and I'll add the spaghetti sauce, and I'll just mess up one pot that way. Now I have plenty of things to fix. I'm not stressed about going a month or two from the pantry at all. I love a pantry challenge. Whoops, the tea water's boiling. I may have to lift that off to keep it from squealing while I talk here. Okay, I've got the tea steeping. That'll be good this afternoon. Yeah, but I was talking about the pantry challenge. I have plenty. No, I'm not worried about eating out of the pantry for a month or two. What I do like about this challenge is I like to watch other people in the challenge and see what they fix, what dishes they fix out of their pantry. And I also like to share what I fix out of my pantry. And with the pantry challenge, it's encouraging. It encourages you to eat out of your pantry. We eat out of our pantry all the time anyway, but it encourages you to make different dishes and see a different side and know that somebody else is doing it along with you. And it saves that money, that grocery money for January and February. To anybody that doesn't see the point of a pantry challenge, well, if it's not for you, then it's not for you, right? But if it is for you, then you know the good that comes out of doing a pantry challenge with other people that are like-minded as you. And so I appreciate being part of the challenge. I love Jessica's challenges. She makes them so easy. They're always open, and a lot of them you set your own rules, and it couldn't be much more easier than that, now could it? And it's grown to be a really big movement. It's a great thing to be a part of. I love to do the Three Rivers Challenge. The hashtag Three Rivers Challenge, which is a pantry challenge, is to eat out of your pantry. And I love to watch the other folks that are participating in that challenge. And I especially like to watch Jessica. She seems to have such great ideas on what to do with everything that she's blessed with. She's a good steward of what she has. And I love that. I try to be the same way. I try to be a good steward of whatever I have and use it up and make it up. Tonight is really simple. It's January 2nd. Yesterday we had the prosperity meal of black-eyed peas, collards, and cornbread. Now I still have plenty of that left. Of everything but the cornbread. There is one piece of cornbread left. Donald will probably have that in milk or something. Now I have some black-eyed peas and some collards. We'll probably eat that later in the week, but I knew with the grandkids being back today that that's not something that they would want. I've got eggs that we gathered today. We got the eggs. Egg production slowing down some, so we don't have near as many, but these are plenty to do what I need to do with for the next few days. Well, we're 2 days into the new year, so I've just been trying to make a list of what I want to accomplish in the next week or two and focus on getting some things done. There's some things that I wanted to get done last year that I didn't get done, so I'm working a little harder on them this year. I may share some of that with you, what I can. I'll be glad and share that with you. But tonight, it was just sharing with you what we're eating out of the pantry, because we're doing the pantry challenge, the Three Rivers Challenge, Pantry Challenge. There may be more than one out there. Let me be specific which one we're doing. It'll make it easier that way, won't it? It'll make it easier to find and easier to know what to expect. Now, I did not go grocery shopping for this challenge because, to me, I'm not sure that's really eating out of your pantry. That's kind of just going shopping the month ahead, right? The month before and eating that. What I'm really doing is trying to use up what I've got, some of these things in my pantry. The oldest thing, we follow the principle of first in, first out. Anyway, we eat whatever we put in whatever's been in there the longest. We put the first things that we bring in, we put them in the back, and we bring the oldest stuff forward, and we eat the oldest stuff first. So that's how we eat out of our pantry, to try to keep things fresh and you know, at their full nutritious state. And of course there's things like pickles and things like that that can hang around for a long time in the canning pantry, but we eat a lot of those. I love those anyway. We eat a lot of those, and so we eat a lot of those up. We're not hanging on to things like that. We just go ahead and eat them up or clean them out. Today I had planned on having the black-eyed peas, collards, and cornbread, you know, maybe for a second meal today. But, and then when the grandkids came, I thought, well, just let me make this spaghetti, because that's something I know that a few of them will eat, and it'll break it up, and we can still have the beans and the collards and things tomorrow. But if we don't eat them within the next few days, of course, I'll put those beans and the collards and things in the freezer and bring them out at a different time. They'll become a side dish for some of the other meals that we've got going on. Now, we usually don't eat a lot of meat. Sometimes I do make hamburger to go in the spaghetti. I'll make meatballs or just have a meaty spaghetti sauce, add the hamburger to it. But I'm just going to cut this little bit of ham up and brown it in a cast iron pan, and just have a few pieces of country ham to go with this spaghetti for anybody that wants it. Now this is sugar cured ham, so I can go ahead and put it in here. Without having to soak it. Now some people, if you get the salt cured ham, it'll be a little salty, and if you don't soak it, then it'll be real salty when you eat it. But this is sugar cured, so I don't have to worry about that. And we got these two little pieces, so I'm just going to go ahead. Okay, that means the pasta's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off and drain it. We don't want to overcook the pasta. I'll just go ahead and let that drain right there. We'll come back over here. I got the pan right here. I'm just going to go ahead and add the ragu. That's on medium. I'll go ahead and start warming that up. We'll go ahead and cut up this ham. Just cut it up in some slices, make it more server friendly. it won't take long to cook this ham. It's pretty thinly sliced. I had to add a little more oil into this because it's not like bacon. It doesn't make a lot of its own grease to cook in. So I'm going to continue to let that cook. Now this spaghetti sauce is ready. I'm going to see if the kid that likes the noodles without the sauce wants a plate. Now sometimes a lot of people separate the noodles and the sauce. My family just likes it all mixed in together. I'll put the lid on this and keep it on low, and it'll be ready for whoever wants spaghetti with tomato sauce. I don't know how appetizing that looks, but I know that's a favorite around here. Now here's a tip that might interest you. I always save my pasta water. I don't save it for very long. I just save it for a day, for the next day. And if there's something that I need to add water to, I'll add this to instead. I did add a little bit to the sauce to make it stick to the noodles good. And we're cooking the ham. I'm going to go ahead and taste my tea. See how it tastes. This will be the first dinner that you see. Now lunch, you know, there was nobody here but me at lunchtime, and so I just had a pimento cheese sandwich from the refrigerator, and I didn't eat breakfast, so there was nothing to share with you today but this meal from the pantry, and then tomorrow and the rest of the week I'll be sharing with you what we're eating from the pantry. Oh, that tea hits the spot today. I thank you for joining me today. Let me share with you what I'm eating out of the pantry, what our family's eating out of the pantry tonight. We're having the spaghetti with the ragu sauce, and then just some country ham that was cured in sugar. We're having that for the meat, the little side meat, and then I'll make garlic toast. So that's what we're having from our pantry tonight, and I will be looking forward to tomorrow, January 3rd, and sharing with you what we eat tomorrow. I usually do intermittent fasting, so after dinner I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat until lunch the next day, but I'll try to share with you what I have for lunch, even if it's a simple meal. Thank you for joining me today for this challenge and just hanging out with me for a few minutes. I look forward to seeing you next time, and like always, until next time.